then she rang him, and across, I think, about 17 minutes, you heard two lives completely and absolutely collapse.
This is our show. Hello, I'm brother. You're a brother. This is our podcast. For anybody who doesn't know, thanks for coming. We've got new people coming on. We've got new people joining us on social media. We are Not So Christian Brothers.
You know, the people in power are the people that are causing all the chaos.
All the chaos at all points and all the time in history were caused by people in power.
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, strap in, for the Not So Christian Brothers.
Look, I was on the plane on Friday, and I was coming back from a meeting, and I was with a fellow investor who's a lawyer, and he's telling me about some controversial thing that's going on about some guy who's had a conversation leaked between him and his wife that turns out, you know, the chap's gay.
Yeah.
And as a consequence, his life's falling apart. Now, I've never heard of this guy. I'm sure
Tommy
you'll
Fleming.
know him. He said to me he's basically, you know, the millennials' Daniel O'Donnell. So I just about know who Daniel O'Donnell is.
Okay, yeah.
And proceeded to tell me all about it, which, you know, I had zero interest in hearing about it.
So it's lucky I'm here for cultural reference. The first thing is,
Do we have to talk about it again?
I actually think you'd like Tommy Fleming.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know your musical taste.
You look like him.
Yeah. I think you'd like Tommy Fleming. With a tiny little bit of eyeliner, you'd actually look like him as well. Because he always wears eyeliner, right? So...
How do you know I don't wear eyeliner?
Good point. Well made. So last week, I was at a function last week, and it was sort of media people, blah, blah, and I'd say about 5 people came up to me
Want
going,
to be anywhere less in my life.
yeah,
But
no,
anyway,
I understand.
keep going.
And I'd hate to be on that plane with you. Oh, we're investors. Yeah, okay. Just flying into the Atlantic, boys. We'll all survive. Yeah. But anyway, there's a lawyer on board.
Your media.
Yeah. So yes. So everyone's going, did you hear the phone call? Did you hear the phone call? The Tommy Fleming phone call. Okay, basically this is to bring you up to speed. Tommy Fleming, millennial, Daniel O'Donnell, married. The wife has a kid from a previous relationship. He moved into her house. It's her house. And then they split up a number of months ago, but she decided to do a little bit of investigation to find out what was actually going on because she had her suspicions. And then she rang him, and across, I think, about 17 minutes, you heard two lives completely and absolutely collapse. Now, the stuff that came out and the revelations, because she had all the information. So it was really interesting.
As does anybody's wife. In case you're wondering and it hasn't happened yet, your wife does have all the information. Generally, men don't. We're a bit useless on the information front.
We're fairly useless, and we're fairly useless at trying to cover our tracks.
Incredibly bad.
Absolutely the worst thing. So she had done a lot of investigation because there was a lot of money had been, let's say, used here and there, different Revolut accounts, business
Resting in
accounts.
an account.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. He did admit, but then at the very start, he said, no, there's really nothing going on. And by the end, she got him on everything. And you heard it. But no, I felt sorry for both of them. And I felt sorry for whoever recorded it because the quality wasn't great. So some of it I missed.
Not the quality that Terry brings to this podcast.
No, absolutely not. No, but everybody had it. You heard two lives literally falling apart. They were screaming, they were shouting. She was going, Tommy, we have all the information. You know, the CCTV cameras were turned off when you brought a friend around. You 4 Revolut accounts. You were always in this sauna in Glasgow. We know you were, and it was just it's. I know it's terrible. It's like, when the neighbors have a huge argument and all the windows are open. I don't know what you do. I don't close the windows. I open another one because it's what do they call it? Curtain twitchers. Yeah. I'm a curtain twitcher. I don't care.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it came from your mother because she was a curtain twitcher.
She was a professional curtain twitcher.
So you've obviously inherited that. You've got that genetic line.
She used to give me lessons in curtain
so
twitching.
Hot.
Yeah. So, and Ireland became curtain twitching again last week with the Tommy Fleming tapes. So everyone became fascinated by them. I know now there is a Gardaí investigation into how they were released, and anybody who has them on their phone, I don't have them on my phone, by the way, Your Honor. I think, I don't know. I don't know why the investigation.
So in essence, a guy's a singer, lived a double life, he's gay, and now he's been outed.
Yes.
Right, a tale as old as time.
No, I know, but we never hear.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful song.
But we never hear. You never hear it unfolding across 17 minutes. I mean, you can listen to the entire tape and still have 40 minutes left for the rest of your lunch. So it's just the speed of how it all this house of cards collapses is fascinating. You'd have to hear it. Do you want me to forward it to you?
I find it really boring. I wouldn't be interested in it at
Oh
all.
my God. Okay. It's
look, it's over, right? Like his career is over, his marriage is over. I'm sure there's children who were impacted on the back of this as well.
well, he didn't have any kids with the wife. There was a previous kid.
Well, I'm sure the previous kid is impacted in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, no, I don't care. But equally, you know, I think we're obsessed by these kind of things. I think
Yes.
society's obsessed by these kind of things. I think the whole thing about becoming out, having to hide that you're gay.
Oh,
like,
unbelievable.
I was watching 2 days ago, and I had to send this to my wife to get her to understand how bonkers this country was. On social media, the Bishop Casey thing, you know, Annie, what's her name?
Annie, get you going. Annie Murphy.
Annie Murphy.
Yeah.
Interview on the Late Late Show with Gay Byrne, talking about the fact that, you know, she has a child who was born actually 2 years before me. So that kid is now like 54.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I remember it, I'm sure anybody who's of our age or older remembers it as well, right? Because it was a huge moment on that Friday night and everybody was talking about Bishop Casey. And I watched it and it was like astounding to still see how people vilified that woman, where all she was actually doing was coming out and going,
I know.
that guy got me pregnant. There's a man in the audience at the start who gets on to talk about the fact that your account, it was completely untrue because I've checked the meteorological office and you state that you're in the back of his car and it was a full moon. Well, actually, it was cloudy on that night in 1993 and it was only a quarter moon. And you think...
Yeah, that's a lot of research. But we were at that stage then. Like, that's when the house of cards started falling for the church.
And Gay Byrne is awful to her on the...
Yes, he is.
He's like really awful to her. Now, I like Gay Byrne, but he was absolutely appalling. And of course, this guy, for anybody who doesn't know, Bishop Casey, she comes out, he has actually molested his niece and other women. Like, there's numerous claims. They've actually took his ashes back out of Galway Cathedral and went, sorry, mate, you haven't quite met the grade there.
Yeah.
And that grade is not very high, in fairness, many times in the Catholic Church.
That was the time when the house of cards started collapsing, where there were nobody could believe A, that your priest could do any wrong, or B, your bank manager. And that was always the case in a town. The two most trusted people were the priest and the bank manager. Now we know.
20 years later, both the priest and the bank manager were fucking everybody.
There you go.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it? But when you think about it, like from the 2008 crash to everything that happened before that, the people most in power are the people you should least trust. And hey, look at where we are today in the world. You know, the people in power are the people that are causing all the chaos. Chaos isn't caused by the people below the people in power. Well, no. I mean, Trump, he's causing a huge amount of chaos. The IDF are off arresting our president's sister at the moment.
I think it's
because she's on a boat just off the coast of Cyprus, you know?
I think it's a dangerous statement, though, to say to the people in power because all the trouble. Because what do you do? Then? Well, no, but what do you do? Because you have to then put other people in power. Like if we get into this carte blanche statement that all people in power are all responsible for all of the chaos.
All the chaos at the moment in the world is caused by people in power.
All the chaos at all points in all the time in history were caused by people in power.
I know, but we don't have time to go over the last 25,000 years.
All right. So just being
it's
focused.
just like, it started with that bloke that started with the fire. Like, why? You know, it went from there. But, okay. We are a nation of curtain twitchers, and Tommy.
By the way,
Tommy Fleming has revealed that once again.
This is our show. Hello, I'm brother. You're a brother. This is our podcast. For anybody who doesn't know, thanks for coming. We've got new people coming on. We've got new people joining us on social media. We are Not So Christian Brothers.
Colm Hayes, Justin Caffrey, brothers, different names, and that's all to do with me
fact
trying
that
to hide my past.
Yes, you're in denial of your past. And on the run, I think technically some people would describe it.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But the other thing that's happening, again, for people who are... because I know we have... Actually, sorry, I spotted somebody, I think, listening to us in Singapore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't know why I spotted it. I don't know who they are. But
Not that you don't know why people are listening to us. We do know why, because we're very good at what we do.
But so I was just thinking, because we were going to mention communions, because this is the time of communions. But outside of Ireland, I don't know, do like the Catholics in Spain and Italy, do they have communions as well?
Yes, yeah. I was in Malta last week. You know,
Okay, so it's the same
communion
time.
is a thing.
And are they all in the bars with their mas and dads? The little communion girls and boys?
I think that's quite a sweeping statement. I think there's a lot of people who have communions who aren't in the bar with their mas and dads.
Really? Can I have another Coke? Oh, a Coke for the kid and a gin and tonic for me and the missus. It is a traditional thing. I was out at the weekend and there was little white angels running everywhere, but generally towards the front door of a bar because their mas and dads were in there. It is a traditional thing. They go for the communion lunch and they all get locked. Not the kids, sorry. Just
Listen, I think
and then they go off to a bouncy castle.
I think it's a great tradition. I think it's for me personally. I remember it very well. It's because I collected a load of money.
There you go. That's what it's about, really, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think look, at 7, you're not really at a point where you're considering, your religious vows. So you get a lot of money. You get to put on a nice suit or a dress, whichever you're fancy. I mean, obviously now there's probably a bit of a pick and mix in terms of what way you can get dressed for a community.
There you go. Yeah.
But I think the money side is valuable for kids. I know my son had, probably still has some of his communion money.
Oh my
not
God,
my son.
Yeah, I have some of mine.
Oh, we still.
But I also think that the insight in terms of how people perceive it is interesting too. Like when he was in school, so he was in St. Gerard's in Bray, and we used to do communion and confirmation with a traveling community school. So we always had half the church was, very privileged kids and parents from a private school, and the other half was from the traveling community, and they were always way better dressed.
Oh, yeah. Look at their weddings as well. Yeah. They put all the money out on that. Yeah.
So, for that kind of sweeping statement that you're making about the mas and dads, I think, the traveller community might have something to say about that.
Well, they may, but do the mas and dads of travelling community and the mas and dads of the non-travelling community still head down to the pub and have a bit of an ale dinner and they're all dressed up? And then they go back and have a bouncy castle. And I heard a story once that they put the kids to bed. This is not from any particular community, okay? They put the kids to bed and the mas and dads and the friends were so drunk that they'd go upstairs to the back bedroom and jump from the window onto the bouncy castle.
That sounds great.
I know, but the insurance unfortunately didn't cover it.
I can imagine, yeah. I can imagine.
And they actually was a story on Jerry Ryan. Jerry had a bouncy castle man on who said their worst time was communions because every bouncy castle came back burst, like stilettos and stuff, So and then there was another guy on during the week with Brendan O'Connor, who was a radio show host, and he was a priest, and he was sitting there he was all being very priestly, and Brendan was going, do you think at the moment this week a lot of people enter the church that will never usually go to church, like the mas and the dads before they go to the pub? Do you think maybe there's a way, is this a time for you to reflect and maybe give them some, try and attract them back? And I'm looking at the stadium and going, this is not happening at all. Like the only way you can do that is to actually open up a bar in the church so they don't have to go off. They could just stay there.
Well, I'd rather refer to, the old Chinese proverbs of when the student is ready, then so too is the teacher. I think people find their way back to religion when there's an appropriate broken moment in their life and they need help.
Do they?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people don't.
Well, we're just wondering when is bottom, because we've watched a few low lines.
No matter how bottom I bottom, right? How far down my bottom is. And my bottom is far, especially from cycling. My bottom is very far down and hardened like that piece of wood there. I won't ever go back to church. I won't ever trust these people to tell me what's right and what's wrong for what they've done. It's not going to happen.
I'll pray for you when I'm there.
Yeah.
But
and also him up there, he's like, come on.
Travelers though, right? I'm watching the
We're talking time travelers or traveling community?
Traveling Community.
Okay.
I'm watching the Tyson Fury thing on Netflix at the moment, right?
Obsessed with that.
I love Tyson Fury, right? I think he's brilliant. He's a great showman. He's such a showman, and he's great. He's a great boxer as well. But the funniest thing was that I heard was that when their first kid was born, his wife was talking on a podcast the other day, and she said that when the baby came out, they were going to call him John Joseph, right?
Right.
But when he was born, she was so high on drugs from the, whatever you call it, the epidural.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, but just to be clear, medical drugs.
Yeah.
That she looked at him and she went, "Oh, he's a real prince. Let's call him Prince." So they called the first child Prince, and their firstborn's called Prince. But then when the next one was born, Tyson said, "Well, you can't call the first one Prince and then not calling the rest of them Prince." So even though they all have technical other names that they respond to on their birth certs, all our children are called Prince.
Hard for the airport, isn't it?
She said it's a nightmare in the airport. Nightmare in the airport. Nightmare when they have to go and do anything
So
official.
they're all called Prince.
They're all called
Do they
Prince.
have like Prince John, Prince Andrew,
No.
Prince Harry? They're just
Prince
all
Fury.
Prince.
Prince Fury, Prince Fury, Prince Fury, and Prince Fury.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's great.
Adonis is some of their names, isn't it?
Adonis, Lithuania? Or no?
Venezuela.
Valencia and Venezuela. The girls of Valencia and Venezuela. And then Prince, and Prince.
And is this on the basis of what the Beckhams did with Brooklyn? It's where they conceived
Oh, Jesus.
the child. Well, isn't that what the Beckham said? That's why they named them, because Brooklyn was obviously
On the
conceived.
bridge.
No. Then he would have been Brooklyn Bridge.
BB would have called him.
No, it's somewhere in the neighborhood. So were they conceived in Venezuela and Valencia?
I don't know.
Oh, they
I
don't.
haven't
They don't.
I haven't got into that
talk about it.
detail. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't watched that
But
show.
I think if you're going to have a load of kids, just call them all the same thing.
No, I'll tell you what I would do if I went back in time and had 16 kids. I'd number them.
Oh.
It's easier. So you'd have one. Obviously, the first one, just so there'd be no confusion. And then even you did 5, you'd have one. Hey, 1, will you get 2 and tell 3 and 4 to come in for dinner? 5's okay. They're out working, And it's that easier, isn't it?
Do it in Spanish, dos, tres is prettier, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd have all the kids numbered.
Or Irish.
Hey, no, 3, caja, quick,
This is just an insight into how all 3 of your brains work, that you're actually getting involved in this. You think it's interesting in different languages.
But you said you're happy with all the kids being called Prince.
I think it's very pragmatic.
Then I suppose if you get a dog, you can call that Prince as well.
Yeah.
Prince Jr.
It's better than Tullamore.
The only thing I have a problem with in the communion thing is I know I got money when I was a kid, right, for communion, and I know that's all they talk about, and I think that's not the problem. Just give them money and take the whole religion thing away. Just get rid of the religion thing and say you reach a time when you're 7 or 8 years of age, and we're going to celebrate one Saturday where I drag you around to all the neighbours, and the neighbours just give you money to celebrate the fact that you've survived till you're 7, and then we'll do it again when you're 11.
I think the moral standing I'm in big favour of. I think religion for young people is no harm. It's no bad. I'm all for it. I think it's a good thing. I think kids need rules and boundaries and structures. I think it's very helpful. I remember from my
But
communion.
hang on, there are no boundaries and structures in religion. They keep moving it all the time, and it's a 2,000-year-old set of rules which have there's nothing to do with the world now. It's absolutely like what else do we actually hold up that's 2,000 years old, which was editorialized by the people who wanted the story. All the other great stories we never heard about.
If you take it back to the basic commandments, I think they still stand and hold pretty well.
No, I don't know if they
Thou
do.
shalt not kill.
Yeah, but they were killing all the time. We never stopped killing.
What if you had to kill a
No,
fly
but
or what?
it's not they. I mean, this is the
But who listened to Thou Shalt Not Kill? Because unfortunately, we kill.
Well, quite a lot of people still do. I mean, it's quite a lot of people who have got morality. I mean, yes, there's people who are immoral or amoral in society, but the predominance of society operates within a code of what's reasonable
But
behavior.
do you think that if we didn't have this tablet from 2,000 years ago that said Thou shalt not kill, do you not think if we never had that, then we'd all just be running around, oh, the Sky lad was late, I'll just shoot him, pff, good luck to you. I mean, we have a moral compass and did
But if you
from the early
look at the
days.
evolution of human society, it was a point in time where we became more civilized. We started to create more structures, whether it
Well,
was in
empathy
Greek
there, right?
or Roman times. We had some, but not as much. But really, we started to create some sense of semblance to build
But
society
it was
around.
going to,
2000
that was
years
going to
ago.
happen anyway. We were
Well, how do you
evolving
know
like that.
that?
But it wasn't going to happen because Moses wrote
Well, how
down
do you know
10
that?
rules, 10 little notes,
But how do you know that? You weren't there.
you know, on his to-do list.
He might have been.
No,
Although,
but I'm,
yeah,
just,
maybe you weren't
I'm
there.
just saying that I just don't name me anything else that's 2,000 years old that we still hold up as Bible, the truth, everything. That's 2,000 years old. Any other sort of moral sentiment. I don't know why we fall for this crap
Enya?
all the time. Enya, she's only been around since the 80s. Orinoco Flow.
Well, but that's okay. That's your opinion. There's,
Well, of course it's my
there's
opinion. I
billions
haven't
of
come here with
people in
anyone
the,
else's.
but there's billions of people in the world who disagree with you, who hold religion true to their sense of self. And who
No,
they
no,
believe
I'm not
themselves
saying
to
that.
be.
I'm saying what else?
Well, but you are. You're dismissing them out of hand.
No, I'm
to say
saying
that they're
no. I'm
stupid.
saying there's a two. No, I didn't say that yet. I'm saying there is 10 rules that were written on a piece of stone 2,000 years ago, that we still hold up as like, oh my god. Or there's a book came out a revised edition of a book 2,000 years ago, which was heavily editorialized because we never really heard the truth, right, about all the stories, and now we walk around with that book, or we're taught that book in school, or that's the foundation of the church. Is this book that we is just fiction.
And the Torah in Judaism is older, and so is the Bhagavad Gita in Hinduism. Like, there are billions of people who do find great value and hold it dearly.
And I think that's why we're in the chaos that we're in, because we're believing in something that has no substance. There's no truth to all of that.
I think we're in this chaos because people like you dismiss other people in such an out-of-hand way.
Hang on, I'm not dismissing. I'm saying no. I'm saying there's a book from two. You will let them read Harry Potter then and take all their morals from that. I just don't understand
then it would
why
be
we
very
sit
kind of,
and pray to this book that's 2,000 years old.
But you don't have to.
Which is no. I'm questioning why other people do.
But that's for them to answer.
No. But this is a podcast where we question everything. Okay, and I'm questioning the fact that they will just follow it. And it took us years, as we said there a few minutes ago, it took us years to realize that the people we were following were actually abusing some of our kids, as in the church.
Well, I think. Look, you know,
they just hold up this
conflating
Bible.
two completely different things here, right? What people may do inside a church versus how people take some solace from the Bible are two different things. I have found in my life at times when I have challenging stuff going on that I can open the Bible, and for whatever reason, the parable that I land on has relevance to the thing that's going on in my life.
I've done the same with John Irving's Cider House Rules. An amazing book.
And I think that's fantastic for you.
But he's not trying to say it's anything other than a fictional novel.
But I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong. I'm just saying that if people get comfort from it, what's wrong with it?
Because you can get comfort in the wrong places and it can come back and bite you. And that's what religion did to an awful lot of people.
So I think for our audience, like our Christians or Hindus or Buddhists or Sikhs or Jewish folk that are listening to us and you know, astounded because you know our Bible is their Bible because they had the first.
I don't have a problem with people having. No, obviously I don't have a problem with people having a religion. I think it's brilliant that people have a religion. I think it's brilliant that people have a set of beliefs. I think it's brilliant that people have. You know, we have to try and work out why we are here at some level of, is it spirituality, whatever. But I just think that some of it is a con, and it's sad to see the people have fallen for the con.
I think. Some of everything is a con, right? If you're listening to us today, we have you here because we're hoping that advertisers are going to pay us, right?
No, I'm willing
Everybody's
to
selling
continue
something.
without advertisers unless they fit perfectly for our dictum.
Okay, so we're very specific.
We're on thin ice. Thin ice, remember, you can buy it anywhere.
We will only take money from people who have appropriate bank accounts.
Would you take a sponsor from a church, Colm?
No.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Yeah.
I love a good communion.
If the spirit entered me in the right way through a certain bank account, yes, I would. I couldn't. No, I wouldn't take sponsorship from a bank. You'd have to do that. Not from a bank, from a church. You'd have to do that part of the ad.
That's fine.
Yeah. And I'd just look the other way and then continue.
Yeah, that's fine. So if a church or a religion wants to sponsor us, we're open to it.
Do they sponsor podcasts?
They do now.
I know they have their own
They do now.
No, I know they have their own podcasts.
I follow this really charismatic American priest who he's like what was his name? Peter Chamberlain, wasn't it, in Thornbirds? Was it?
Oh God, Richard Chamberlain.
Richard Chamberlain. This guy is like super handsome and super charismatic.
Right.
And he is just, you know, doing a new line for the
Doing a new
Catholic
line. I
Church.
say he's doing a few lines. Can we finish with something for the purpose of the tape? Just
Okay,
to
can I
express
just say
himself.
can I just say one last thing to you?
Yes, you can.
Before we stop.
Yes. Well, we need to get on to something really shitty. But anyway,
Okay, one thing we got before we go there, and this is right up Terry Street, right? So, Diary of a CEO last week.
oh yeah, Stephen Bartlett.
Stephen Bartlett, biggest podcast in the world, and the topic was
Topic was Terry. Terry, you didn't tell us.
they've been dissecting Terry. Well, it was close.
What was it?
UFOs.
Ah, thank you.
UFOs, the biggest podcast in the world, had these two guys on discussing UFOs and the
Our
ins and
worst
outs of whether or
episode.
not they
Yeah, our
work.
worst episode.
Our best episode.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah. See, isn't that interesting? It's our best episode on YouTube, but
YouTube.
our worst episode on Spotify.
Well, I
is
don't
when
know
we
if I want to
discuss
listen
UFOs.
to that.
No, well, I've tried to listen to it, and like my wife has said that she's heard it now 5 times because I keep falling asleep.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Ah,
So it
they're
does.
probing you. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Well,
Next time we'll get you
like
guys
I'll
to
take
dress up.
anything.
Yeah,
20 years of marriage.
yeah. You'd be happily probed by an alien. So apparently, just finished on something really shitty, right? You've got a dog. I've got a dog. We like our dogs. Dogs poo. They poo everywhere. Saw Claire Byrne actually admitting. So Claire Byrne is one of the highest paid broadcasters in Ireland, admitting that if her dog shits in like a sort of leafy, hedgy area, she doesn't go in after it. And I have to totally agree with her.
No,
I think at that point, look, first of all, dog poo is biodegradable, right? So it's not actually,
Your
people
Honor.
drop plastic wrappers on the ground, and that's not going to be around for 2,000 years. I think if your dog is off in a field somewhere and they have a poo, all that's going to happen is it's going to fertilize the soil. I think if they have a poo on the pavement and somebody's going to walk on it, then you got to clean it up.
So in Tullamore, they're running. I sort of do. So I agree with you and Claire Byrne. Like if my dog poos in a bunch of nettles, I'm not going in after it.
You scared of that?
I'm not going in after the nettles. Like a dog doesn't get stung. He can stick his arse right into
But
a bunch of nettles.
if you're walking in the park and your dog goes into the overgrowth,
Yes.
right? Where nobody's going to be walking, right?
Exactly.
And if somebody is walking in there, it's probably good that there's traps because anybody who's any kind of nefarious behavior to be lurking under the undergrowth or overgrowth is questionable. I think if the dog poos there, what's the biggie?
My dog last week pooed directly outside the front door of our local church, and I took it as a sign. I think the parish priest cleaned it up.
Are you sure that was your dog?
Yeah, absolutely. Why was it me? No.
It sounds
I
like
haven't
you
got
would
that
go
bad
there.
yet. No, but they're doing a thing in Tullamore where they're checking the DNA of dog poo, and then they'll find out your dog. And obviously, because then your dog is microchipped, they'll find out where you are, and they'll call around to your house with your. And this is a thing. Now, there's only 2 dog wardens in Dublin, right? But this way, then they'll call around and then they'll find you on the basis that it's your dog's DNA, which I think you could challenge in court on the basis that my dog's a mongrel, right? So I guarantee if they say it's his DNA, I say, well, it could be anyone's. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of mongrels. And then I would bring other dogs into court.
Well, I'd also say, have you got any
And
evidence?
other dogs poo into court. Out of a selection.
But have you got any evidence of my dog having that poo? Just because you found poo in an area or vicinity, that's not
Well, there's
proof.
cameras everywhere now, as well. You see, there's a
not,
lot of
not in the
cameras.
fields when you're walking your dog.
Not that low.
Kilcool Beach does an announcement the minute you walk by with the dog. They go, "Please pick up after your dog." Like they censor.
But are you
they-
sure that's not
Bleach
because they
does.
know you? Are they not? They're not seeing you curl
Do
up
they
every
go?
time.
Does the state thing go?
There's
actually
that
go,
old bitch.
Rebecca,
I mean, Tori.
Rebecca, please speak up after you
Yeah,
get to her.
it's awful. It's really discombobulating.
But you're true. You're right, because if they did call around to your house and say, we have the DNA, you could go, well, I think that maybe you went through my trash and you took out his poo to try and I'm being framed.
I'd say I throw his poo out all the time. Anybody could have got hold of that poo just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try and incriminate me.
Yeah. That's one way of taking you down. With your dog poo. Okay, well, that's not going to work, is it? So that was another one, huh?
Yeah, and people have been on our social media, and I've been engaging with them. I know you don't really.
I do engage
stoop
with them,
that
but you
low.
get it. Sorry, you don't even watch this on YouTube.
I'm here.
It's our show.
I've already been part of it.
It's on your phone.
forgot.
Yeah, but it's a different angle. It's from the cameras to you.
It's the same speech. It's the same thing. I heard it all before.
No, you want to see the edit that Terry puts on you. Sometimes he gives you a girl's voice. Hello, everybody.
Do you know what a thirst trap is? Because I feel like that's what you both do for these women. It's mainly it's women
That are listening.
that are watching, listening,
yeah.
observing on Insta.
It's like 80%.
That Colm engages or Justin engages with.
I don't think it's of any value or substance that they're looking at us. I think there's probably an opportunity to have some kind of insight into probably their own.
Don't be ridiculous. The poll I put on the grid was like looking good, Justin, lovely, Colm, excellent, nice. It was nothing to do with the podcast.
They're all my friends.
Yeah. No, I think they're I think it's direct.
What happened in that poll anyway? Who is older?
You just
You are.
skirted.
You just about won.
I voted for you though by mistake. So I actually clicked on you and said you're younger. So if you look at the poll, I'm voting for you, saying you're younger.
Terry showed me around where I could actually vote 60 times in it. Yeah. And each time be a woman.
What was the percentage divide? Do we know what it was?
Yeah, I have it here.
It was, we put a picture up saying who is the younger brother or the older brother.
Love a good poll.
Because that happened recently in a restaurant in London.
No, it happened 25 years ago in a restaurant.
When you're my age, that's recent. I think it was like 60-40 or something.
92%.
Ah, it's close.
No, sorry, that's office banter. That's the wrong poll.
Oh, no, that's
Excuse
the
me.
wrong poll.
Oh, okay. Which Caffrey brother is younger? Colm by 20% and Justin by 80%.
Ah, that changed.
And I
recently.
vote with you for the 20.
Yeah. And I'm the one that did all the other ones against you. That's interesting.
So funny.
Please like and subscribe. Put the comments in. Justin will talk to you on the commentary box. And I will watch it on YouTube. I'll talk to you on the YouTube. And like, subscribe, click all the time.
Do you respond to people on YouTube?
No.
All right. Okay, I better go and look at YouTube as well then.
There's a lot of
Terry,
comments.
is there a lot of comments on YouTube?
Do you?
Oh, Jesus, that's dangerous. We better get in there, Justin.
Terry is the ultimate conspiracy theorist.
that or else he's selling shrooms on our YouTube platform.
So all views issued by Terry are not representative of the hosts. Disclaimer.
Yeah, like none of them. Just think polar opposite. And then you have us.
Just love heart them, Terry. Don't engage.
Okay, thanks
After show coming up with Rebecca and
Sunday,
So thank you. Bye.